in case you're wondering what's on the menu this trip, it's basically an entire block of cream cheese. Starting with crab rangoon. Now, my intent was to make this with wontons, but my grocery store is perpetually out of wontons, so I got these spring roll wraps from my neighborhood grocery. Not quite the same, but they do work. The main thing is that they're not as flexible as a wonton, and they are thinner and, more delicate. So they take a little extra work, but they're still good. The result is more like a lumpia or a samosa. This is cream cheese with green onions and garlic powder and onion powder and a little sriracha and a couple dashes of soy sauce. And my hope is that I can just sort of cut this off and pipe it in, so we'll see. And I can't tell you the last time I had crab in a crab rangoon, but we're putting, fake crab in ours. This is crab with a K, crab flavored seafood made from surimi. And I found these seafood snackers. So I guess you're supposed to rip this open and snap into a crab leg. Troll your kids. Put these in instead of some cheese sticks. To seal them, you can use an egg or cornstarch. I found that the egg actually works better, but you know how I feel about bringing eggs camping. So this is cornstarch, and I'm just going to add a little water to this. See how they're like tissue paper. I think I'm going to do halves of these. I've tried it with the cream cheese, but I have not tested this with the crab. Oh, sorry. Sorry, wood countertop. Boop. That's plenty. Fold up. Oh, these are a little dry. And I even have a wet paper towel in the package. So it's not so much a rangoon shape, but like a little egg roll. Back on the spray stuff. It's just so dang easy. Let's put that like that. We may have some blowouts. All right, it looks like I'm only going to fit 3 in this pie iron. So we're going to start with that. I went ahead and prepped another round here under a wet paper towel. Not too shabby. Oh yeah, total blowout. Nice and crispy though. Dang, this thing. Alright, here's round 1. Oh, sound crispy. Did have a little bit of a blowout because these wrappers are kind of dry. They look pretty tasty. Of course, you gotta have the sweet chili sauce. Alright, here are crab rangoons. Oh yeah. Good and flaky. Crispy. I think I just like these for the sweet chili sauce, to be honest. A little bit of that green onion and the cream cheese. All right, who's ready for dessert? I am. We are making something that is sometimes called churro cheesecake or sopapilla cheesecake, something like that. It's basically cinnamon sugar flavored, something involving cream cheese. So we got to start with some butter. I'm just going to get these melty. All right, next up, some cinnamon sugar. It's definitely not everything bagel seasoning. It's cinnamon sugar. Next up, this is crescent dough. Oh gosh, I'll try and stretch it a little bit. We're probably going to have some overhang, but that is okay. And this is cream cheese with a little vanilla and sugar. So I'm just going to blop it in there. Try not to go too crazy as I go ahead and really overstuff it, as I always do. Okay, this is a lot of cream cheese. I think I'm just going to stop there. I really should have put the cinnamon sugar after the pastry. And I feel like maybe I just should put this one the opposite way. This is some excess. Where's my knife? I'm just gonna chop it there. All right, I think that'll do. I totally should have cinnamon sugared. We're gonna double it up. Ooh-ah. No idea if this is gonna work, but we're gonna see what happens. And I think we are ready. This was goodness. This was a slow one. I didn't time it, but it was a good 20 minutes, I would say, if not longer. The heat wasn't particularly hot, so that might have been part of it. Such difficulty undoing this one, which is why I never use it. Oh. Looks pretty good though. A little bit of leakage. Kind of thought that would happen. Smells amazing. Kind of sticky. I think we might have to just flip it over. Yep. I think it's supposed to cool for a couple minutes, so I'm going to try and restrain myself. All right, let's check it out. Might still be a little too warm, but it looks pretty good. I was hoping it would be nice and kind of crispy on the outside. It's kind of a bit floppy. Might have been too much butter. Give it a couple more minutes. All right, I gave it about 15 seconds, so let's give it a check. All right. Pretty tasty. Very rich. Oh man. Oh yeah. I think I'm gonna have to go to bed after this. Alright, let's make some breakfast. I was planning on doing this one over the fire, but ran out of firewood, so we're just going to use the stove. To start off, we have even more crescent dough. Rectangular shapes, let's say. And even more cream cheese. I went ahead and pre-portioned this at home. just to try and reduce the amount of ick on my fingers. There's our little squares, rectangles. Let's see, I'm going to go ahead and oil our little pan. A little pie iron. Of course, everything bagel seasoning. Alright, it doesn't really matter how they look. I'm just trying to close them as best as we can. I may have been a little too generous on the cream cheese. Yeah, we're gonna make it work. Here, it's almost like a little bow. It'll probably still leak, but that's okay. Uh-oh. Yeah, this is a little fragile. Aren't we all? That seems to work better. Alright, we have some random assortment of shapes here. A lot of this is going to fall off. So I'm going to try and press in. And then just press into the stuff that fell off. Alright. Trying to get the good sunshine. There we go. Gentle, gentle squeeze. Looking for a moderate heat. Because the trick I found with this one, I tried it at home, is getting the dough thoroughly cooked without just kind of being burnt on the outside and mushy and doughy in the middle. So that's the tricky part. I was just away like 2 minutes picking up camp, and let's see, getting pretty brown already. I don't know if I could turn it down any lower. Cutting off. I'll try. Oh, you know, I need to start bringing, I have the little thing that raises it up, and I keep leaving it at home like an idiot. If I had that thing, it would bring it up high enough. I have an idea. I'm not sure it's any higher. I do have my little backpacking table, but it looks like it's the same height. It takes it up about, I don't know, a ½ an inch. But it is more stable, so I like that. Yeah, I took it off the little table because it was starting to warp it. But yeah, this amount of heat is causing a few blowouts. But I think the dough is fully cooked. So here, good to go. All right, here we go. First off, I'm gonna go ahead and say it. These aren't bagels. They are bagel pillows. Little puffs that are bagel adjacent because they don't have that stretchy, I don't know, chewy, bagely texture. They're definitely little pillowy puffs. But with the cream cheese and everything bagel seasoning, it's giving bagel. I kind of want to put little lox in there. Like chop up some smoked salmon and mix it with the cream cheese. OMG. That would be next level. And these are super easy. It was just 3 ingredients. Cream cheese, crescent dough, and everything bagel seasoning. Easy peasy.